Hi students, today we are going to start a new chapter, right? Applications of trigonometry, right? Application of trigonometry, and this is very easy and very interesting chapter. Why? Because application, real life problem, right? So that see actually we won't call it as the name of the chapter is nothing but application of trigonometry. We will call it as heights and distance, right? Heights and distance because in this chapter fully, right, the complete chapter we are going to find height and distance, right? Height of the building or height of any objects, right? Height of any objects and distance between the two objects or two buildings or whatever it may be, two peoples or whatever it may be, right? So we will usually we will find heights and distance, but how we are going to find means by using the trigonometry, right? Trigonometry. That's why they are calling this application of trigonometry, right? Application, real life problems. Now we are going to see a real life problem based on trigonometry, right? Heights and distance. In this chapter fully, what we are going to find, we are going to find height and distance, right? Height and distance, right? So in this chapter we want to know few things, right? What are things we want to know means, in the chapter, we are going to discuss angle of elevation, angle of depression, line of sight, and horizontal line. Only four things, right? If you know the meaning of these four things, right, then it is very very easy, right? And in this chapter, fully word problems, right? Completely that we are going to see only the word problems, right? So by reading the word problem, if you picturizing the question, right? What is my picturizing? By reading the question, whatever they have given, based on that we have to draw, right? We have to draw. We have to picturize, right? We have to picturize. If we are picturizing the question properly, right? Correctly, then whatever they are asking, we can easily find, right? So by reading the question, we want to picturize, right? We have to picturize, and whatever they are asking, we can easily find it, right? So okay, whatever we are going to find, we will see afterwards, right? So first we want to know a few things, right? Few basic things for this chapter. So what are things means? Angle of elevation, angle of depression. This is nothing but based on angles, right? Angle of elevation. When we will say that angle is called as the angle of elevation, and when we will call it as that angle is called as the angle of depression, right? And line of sight and horizontal line, right? Line of sight and horizontal line, right? So okay, first I am going to discuss about the angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation, a very simple thing, right? This is a rough work, don't want to copy this rough work, just for understanding purpose alone, right? So we are having a note, right? We are having some note for copying in your classwork note, right? Angle of elevation is nothing but a very simple thing. Angle of elevation is nothing but if you are standing down, right, and you are watching the object, right? Just see that if you are standing down, right? If you are standing down, and this is nothing but your eye, right? And you are watching some object, right? And watching some object in the top, right? And watching the object in the top, right? And the angle forming, right? And the angle forming is nothing but angle of elevation, right? So how the angle will form means a very simple thing. So see that, see you are seeing that, right? If you are standing down and you are seeing an object, right, and this line is called, right, see, and this line is nothing but line of sight, right? Line of sight. I told you that so angle of elevation is nothing but angle, right? While you are seeing from down to that upstairs, right? To seeing the top, right? And there will be form some angle. That angle is called as a angle of elevation. For that we are needed two things. This is very very important, right? There only this angle will be formed, line of sight and horizontal line. So line of sight is nothing but from the eye to the object, right? From the eye to the object, that is nothing but line of sight, right? And horizontal line, right? Horizontal line is nothing but where your eye is there, from there we want to draw a horizontal line. From there we have to draw a horizontal line, right? And see, in between the horizontal line and line of sight, right? In between the horizontal line and line of sight, some angle is forming now. That angle is called as a angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation. So what is meant by angle of depression? Very simple thing. If you are standing in the top and you are seeing the object down, if you are seeing in the top, right? If you are seeing in the top, right? Wait. See, if you are standing in the top, your eye is in the top, right, and you are seeing the object, right, if you are seeing the object in the down, right, object you are in the down, and this is nothing but what is it, line of sight, and this is nothing but line of sight. See, angle of elevation is nothing but you are seeing, you are from down and you are seeing the top, and in between that the angle is nothing but angle of elevation. Angle of depression is nothing but you are in the top, right, you are in the top and you are observing the some object in down, right, and in between the angle is nothing but angle of depression. I told you that, right, the angle, right, the angle will form in between the line of sight and the horizontal line. So line of sight is nothing but from eye to the object, right, from eye to the object is nothing but line of sight, right, line of sight. Horizontal line where want to come, from object or from eye? From eye, right, from eye alone we have to draw the horizontal line. So horizontal line is nothing but for angle of depression, the eye is nothing but in the top, right, so there only the horizontal line will come, right. So in between, sir, once again, in between, right, in between this is nothing but line of sight, this line is nothing but line of sight, and this is nothing but horizontal line, right, horizontal line. The in between horizontal line and line of sight, in between some angle has been formed. That particular angle is called as a angle of depression. Angle of depression. These four things alone we want to know. So what is meant by angle of elevation? From down you are observing some object to the top, right, and in between the line of sight and the horizontal line, right, line of sight and the horizontal line, the angle is nothing but angle of elevation. Angle of elevation from the top, and you are observing some object down, right, and see that horizontal line is nothing but eye, right, horizontal line and line of sight, in between some angle is forming, that angle is nothing but angle of depression. So angle of elevation and the angle of depression, you want to know that the angle of elevation and angle of depression is forming in between horizontal line and line of sight, right, horizontal line and line of sight, right. I am just giving one more example. If you are standing in the top of some building, right, if you are standing in the top of your building, right, and your eye is here, right, your eye is here, and you are just observing one bird, right, you are just observing one bird, right, that is something about object, right, observing one bird, right. At the same time, once again, just you are observing a ball in the down, right. So now what is the angle? What is the angle? Angle of elevation or angle of depression? Angle of elevation or angle of depression? What angle we will get for this image? What angle, right, whether angle of elevation or angle of depression, what you will get it? See, just you are observing one board, right, so this is the line of sight, and see that you are observing a ball, and this is also line of sight, right, in between we are getting an angle, right, in between we are getting an angle, right, this is angle of elevation or angle of depression, angle of elevation or angle of depression. So we can't say that, right, we can't say that. See, I told you that the angle of elevation or angle of depression will always lies in between the horizontal line and line of sight, right, horizontal line and line of sight. So from eye you have to draw a horizontal line, you have to draw a horizontal line, and this is nothing but what is it, horizontal line, right, and this is nothing but line of sight, horizontal line and line of sight, right, we are getting. So in between, so this angle is called as a, what is it, angle of elevation, right, angle of elevation, and this particular angle is called, right, and this particular angle, right, from this horizontal line to the this line of sight is nothing but angle of depression, right, angle of depression. So what is the name of this angle? Is there any angle? This is angle of elevation or angle of depression? We can't say, because see, always I told you that this is very, very important. The angle of elevation or angle of depression will always lies in between the horizontal line and line of sight, right. See, this is vertical line, right, and this is nothing but vertical line. Vertical line and line of sight we won't get, right. This is not a angle, right. This is an angle. This is nothing but this is not a angle of elevation or angle of a depression, right. This is not an angle of elevation or angle of depression, right. Always we will get an angle of elevation, right, between the horizontal line and line of sight, right, not to the vertical line and the line of sight, right. So for vertical line and line of sight, if we are getting an angle, that angle is not a angle of elevation or angle of depression. That's very important, right. Understood? And one more thing we want to know that, right, that's something but I'm just this is nothing but your eye, right, and you are observing an object, right, you are observing an object, and this is nothing but line of sight, I'm just drawing a horizontal line, right? I'm just drawing a horizontal line. Now we are getting one angle. That angle is nothing but angle of depression, right? Angle of depression. Angle of depression. Now we want to know, this is very important, right? While we are solving, we will solve so many sums. We will solve so many sums, right? So this is very important. See, not only for the angle of depression alone, if we can draw angle of for the angle of elevation also we can draw, right? First we want, I'm just seeing that. See, now we are having that this is nothing but horizontal line and this is nothing but line of sight, right? And in between we are getting angle of depression, right? Angle of depression, because eye is in the top and you are observing the object in down. That's why this angle is called as nothing but angle of depression. Angle of depression. I'm just drawing a parallel line, right? I'm just drawing a parallel line for this horizontal line. I'm just drawing the parallel line for this horizontal line, right? Horizontal line, and this is horizontal line and this is line of sight, right? This is horizontal line and this is nothing but line of sight, and here also we are getting one angle. What is the name of this angle? This angle is nothing but angle of elevation, right? Now see that this is nothing but eye and this is nothing but object, right? And this is nothing but eye and this is nothing but object. For eye we have drawn the horizontal line and this is nothing but line of sight. So in between line of sight and horizontal line we are getting one angle. That angle is nothing but angle of elevation, right? So whenever we are drawing, these two lines are parallel, right? And this is nothing but transversal, right? And what is the name of this? Name of the property we are using. Name of the property is applicable. Yes, this is nothing but parallel line and this is nothing but transversal. So alternate interior angles are equal, right? Alternate interior angles. See, when these two lines are parallel, that the two horizontal lines are parallel, then we are getting the two angles are alternate interior angles are equal. So what are the alternate interior angles? One is nothing but angle of depression, another one is nothing but angle of elevation. Therefore angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression. Angle of depression. So when we are having that, understood? So when we are having only, say I am having only the, what is it? Angle of depression. Angle of depression image alone we are having, but I am just forming that, I am just drawing the parallel line, parallel to that horizontal line, right? Now we are getting, what is it? Horizontal line and the line of sight. One more angle is getting, that angle is nothing but angle of elevation, and automatically both the angles are equal. So angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression, right? Suppose if we are having that only that, what is that? Angle of depression. This is nothing but eye, horizontal line, and you are watching the object, right? And this is nothing but angle of elevation, right? So from the object you are just drawing the horizontal line. That horizontal line is parallel to the, right? This horizontal line is parallel to this horizontal line, right? And this will become, what is it? Transversal. These two angles are equal, right? These two angles are equal, and this is nothing but elevation. This angle is nothing but, name of this angle equal to angle of elevation, and name of this angle is nothing but angle of depression. Angle of depression, right? Okay, here see we are having horizontal line and this is nothing but line of sight, and I am just joining that, right? That object and the point, right? Now what we are getting? We are getting a right angle triangle, right? Eye, object, and the third one is nothing but point, right? Right angle triangle, and this horizontal line is nothing but, right? I'm just giving a name, right? I'm just giving a name A and B and C, right? A is nothing but I and B is nothing but, right, a distance between the, what is it, I to the vertical line, right? I'm just giving a name. BC is nothing but some post, right? BC is nothing but some post. C is nothing but post or tree, whatever. You can assume anything, right? So C is nothing but top of the tree and B is nothing but bottom of the tree. And you are seeing, right? You are seeing. So I is nothing but A, and see AB is nothing but distance, right? AB, right? The point AB is nothing but distance, right? And BC is nothing but height. And AC is nothing but, what is it, line of sight. That's not. So heights and distance, right? Heights and distance in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, by using that, what is it, trigonometry ratio properties, we are going to find the distance or height, right? Distance or height. So we will get usually if they ask you to find heights or distance, right? If they ask you to find height or distance, we will draw a right angle triangle, right? We will draw a right angle triangle with the help of that. By reading the question, we will draw the right angle triangle, and whatever they have given, we will just note down it, and what they are ask you to find, we can find, right? While we are solving, right, we will get a so many ideas how we want to find what are things we are having, right? By using which formula, by using which trigonometric values, right? We will see later, right? For the angle of depression also same thing, right? See this, I'm just forming that this is a right angle triangle, I, right, object, right, and this is nothing but point, right? So distance, this is nothing but distance, and this is nothing but height, right, and this is nothing but line of sight, right angle triangle. So for angle of elevation also, for angle of depression also, we are getting a right angle triangle by using the right angle triangle property and trigonometric ratios, right, and trigonometric ratios, with the help of we are finding the heights and distance, right? So today you want to know the only that what is mean by angle of elevation, what is mean by angle of depression, line of sight, and the horizontal line. And moreover, today homework is nothing but, right, today your homework is nothing but, right, today your homework is nothing but this 9 values, right, the trigonometric ratios of some specific angles, right? So among, see, we are having 5 specific angles, 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90, right? So but you have to study only these 3 values alone, 30, 45 and 60, right? 30, 45 and 60. And we are having 6 trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. But you just thorough this sine, cos, tan alone, right? This 9 value without seeing the table, right? Without seeing the table, sine 45, sine 60, cos 30 and tan 45. Likewise, if I am asking, you have to, without seeing the table, you have to say. So today homework is nothing but writing this 9 values alone 5 times. First study thoroughly, and then by not seeing, without seeing, you have to write 5 times, right? Without seeing this 9 value, you have to write 5 times. Today homework is nothing but that's all, and you have to write the classworks, right, and just read the introduction part of this application of trigonometry, chapter 9, right? So first we'll come to the classworks. Chapter 9, applications of trigonometry, heights and distance, angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation is nothing but, and see, this is nothing but I, and this is object, right? So I to the object is nothing but line of sight, right? This is nothing but line of sight, right? And next one is nothing but, what is it? Horizontal line, right? This is nothing but horizontal, right, line, right? Horizontal line. In between the horizontal line and line of sight, we are getting one angle, and that angle is nothing but angle of elevation, right? And this is nothing but angle of elevation, and this is enough, right? And next one is nothing but angle of depression. The same thing. Now you are in the top and you are observing some object in down, right? So this is nothing but line of sight. This line is nothing but line of sight, right? From the eye, we want to draw the horizontal line, right? Now we are getting some angle, line of sight and horizontal line, we are getting one angle. That angle is nothing but angle of depression, right? Angle of depression, right? See, you are here and just observing a object in the top, at the same time you are observing a object in the bottom, right? So we have to separate that angle of elevation and angle of depression. So we are having line of sight, but what we are needing, horizontal line. So I'm just drawing a horizontal line, right? Horizontal line, and this is nothing but angle of elevation, and this is nothing but angle of elevation, right? This angle is nothing but angle of elevation, and this angle is called angle of depression, right? Angle of depression, right? Now we are getting angle of elevation and angle of depression. And one more example alone you want to, right? This is I, object, right? I and object, line of sight, and this is nothing but horizontal line, angle of depression, right? Angle of depression. When we are drawing a horizontal line parallel to the horizontal line, right? I'm just drawing a horizontal line parallel to the horizontal line, right? And this is nothing but, what is it? And this line is called as a transversal. This line is called as a transversal, and this is nothing but I, and now it is a object, and this angle is nothing but angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation. And moreover, this is very important, this is nothing but, what is it? Angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression, or angle of depression is equal to angle of elevation, whatever it may be. Angle of elevation is equal to, right, angle of depression. Angle of depression, right? That's all. Today's classwork is over, and today homework is nothing but thorough in that 9, right? 9 values, sin 30, sin 45, sin 60, and cos tan 30, 45, and 60, right? Thorough that 9 values, and without seeing how to write each value 5 times, and just to recall that what is meant by angle of elevation, angle of depression. Just read the introduction part in your NCERT book, right? Read the introduction part in your NCERT book, right? And tomorrow onwards we will start sums. Thank you.